Greetings, I'm Tamala Farron, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about smudging. Now, smudging is not only a native tradition, but it stems from herbs being bound together and used for the clearing and cleansing of a person or of a space, something sacred, objects of magic. It is used for so much. And I've got a lot of people that sit there and say, all I use is white sage. Well, that's not needed. White sage is absolutely wonderful. I have a whole bin full. But I use it sparingly, a little bit at a time. And I use that instead of putting it into a smudge stick. But I find it works really wonderful for clearing for the body and for cleansing a space and cleansing an altar. It's absolutely amazing. But there are other alternatives. There is women's sage that is absolutely wonderful to use for if you're pregnant, you burn that to clear the nursery, to clear the home. If you have small children, I would use this as well to clear their rooms. There's mugwort, and you can use this and all of the ones that I show you today when you are doing readings or seances or Ouija board, or if you're doing ritual. These all work wonderfully. The mugwort's really good though, for if you want prophetic dreams, you smudge your bedroom. And if you want to get a little extra added guidance when you're doing a reading, mugwort. It works wonders, and it's really, really good. Another one is cedar. I love making cedar smudge sticks. And I have a daughter that's addicted to it, to the point where she'll steal mine. Right, Anna? It's absolutely wonderful, and it's great for purifying an area and a space. All of these are really, really good for getting rid of negativity and cleansing everything and anything. Your aura, your emphasis that you want to put into a spell. You can cleanse the earth. Talismans, stones, you name it. You can clean it by putting them through the smoke, the smudging. And it's absolutely amazing. Now, another one that I tend to use is called Dragon's Blood. And that's really good for getting rid of negativity. Negativity, banishing, it does a lot of good. But it's really simple. All you do is light it, and when it starts to smoke, you don't have to have it lit. Just whisk it out. The smoke will still come, and you go through room to room, or you go through and bless and help yourself. You can do this to others. You can do it to all sorts of different things. Some people don't like cleansing their stones with water. And definitely don't cleanse your stones with salt. That'll just eat away at them. It's not good for them. But there are so many ways of charging things, but cleansing them, it really does help. You can cleanse them by putting them in the ground, but again, not everybody has a ground to put them in. If you're living in an apartment on the 5th or 8th floor, you'd have to have a pot of soil on your balcony. So smudging does tend to take a lot of the stuff out of it. It takes, and it helps your home while you're doing it. White sage is wonderful, and even Palo Santo is good. Palo Santo is good for smudging, but because it's on the endangered list, it's not something I would suggest to go out and buy. So I would instead gather. Go out in the woods, gather some cedar, go out in the woods, gather some sage, go out in the woods, gather whatever you can, come home, take an afternoon out on the back patio, and just make yourself a bunch of smudge sticks. And then hang them up to dry. And you've got smudge sticks for 6 to 8 months, and you didn't have to pay a damn thing for it. Isn't that amazing? Grow sage in your garden. You can use garden sage to make a smudge stick too. You can put different herbs into a smudge stick. You can put sage, lavender, rose petals, rosemary. You can do all sorts of combinations and tie them up and put them to dry. And make sure you have it written down what's what, so that, okay, you know this one's for dreams, you know this one's for the crystals, you know this one's for the house, you know this one's for the altar, so that you have an idea and you remember what you're doing. Enjoy. Have an absolutely wonderful day. If you like this, click like and please subscribe. Now, off the topic of smudging, I'd like to also talk about incense. And in our next couple of videos, we're going to discuss different types of incense, from powder incense to stick incense to cones to herbal incense, everything and anything, and how to make them. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and give me some feedback. Like I said, smudging is personal preference, but realistically, it's really good, and it really does the job well. And sage absolutely cleans out the environment and the air as well. They are really good for that. So if you've got a lot of depression or negativity or anxiety, a little smudging can go a long way on bringing up the vibration of your home and you. That would really be wonderful for all of you. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm glad you came to my home. I'm glad you sat down and listened, and I hope I helped you in some way. If you have any questions, post them down below, and I will help you as much as I can. Thank you for dropping by. Have a blessed Sunday. Samotipi.